Upper body mobility time. A simple routine you can do anywhere. Let's start with the wrist. The goal here is to perform as big a circle as possible. If you hold the forearm with the opposite hand, it'll ensure that the forearm doesn't rotate and just the wrist is moving. You need to give the wrist some loving too, and usually it's ignored. Perform anywhere from 3 to 5 per direction. So remember, as big a circle as possible. Moving on to the shoulder, same idea. You're trying to create as big a circle as possible through the shoulder. Trying to avoid any additional movement from the rest of the body. So try to keep the chest straight forward. Try to make sure the hips aren't moving, the head's not moving. Again, the goal is to create as big a circle as you can through the shoulder. It's easy to cheat this movement by moving through the forearm or the wrist. So think about rotating and moving at the shoulder, as big a circle as possible. If you tense up the rest of the muscles in the body, that will help to avoid any extra motion at additional joints. Perform 3 to 5 circles forward and back per shoulder. Moving on to the upper back. Same idea. I'm trying to avoid motion at neighboring joints and making sure that only my upper back is moving. So if you can tell, I'm just trying to perform a full circle. One tip could be putting your back a little bit closer towards a wall. If you perform your circle and your hips start to move, if the butt touches the wall behind you, you know that you're cheating the pattern. Tensing up muscles in the rest of the body reduces motion at neighboring joints. Do 3 to 5 per direction. And if it feels good and you want to do more, go ahead. Still upper body. Disassociate upper body from the lower body. As you rotate and reach with the arms, when you get to the end position, try to have a nice strong exhale. So you're trying to drive the rib cage down on your breath. And rep range, do what feels good. This next pattern puts you into a split position. Now just try to rotate as far as you can. The split position will also add some hip internal rotation. So you're sneaking in some hip love while you're also working on some upper body rotation. Find your end position, spend some time there, exhale strong, drive the rib cage down. A thing to remember, if you find the end position and you struggle there, you really can't breathe or you're really restricted, then regress a little bit. Make it a little bit easier. More reps is probably a good thing. Most people actually deserve to do more work here. During any of these patterns, if there's any ouchies, if the range does not feel good, just bump around it. Don't go there. Do the range you can. Find the edge of your ability. And really just let the feeling dictate your reps. Some things are going to feel great and you're going to feel better the more reps you do. So add more if you need it, and obviously less if you don't. But no matter what, try to avoid motion from the neighboring joints. So for these specific movements, try to think about stacking your rib cage over top of your pelvis, so you're not extending the back as you're trying to reach behind you. This next pattern adds a little bit of rotation and a reach or a look up to the ceiling on the same side as the upper arm. You can choose to do this outline all as one, back to back, or split it up. Do 1 or 2 patterns throughout the day. If there's any pain or pinching, remember just to back away, regress the range.